Hello everyone, I am Ritika Juzgar, Assistant Professor IT Department. So in the course of Artificial Intelligence, we discuss about Unit 3. Okay, so Unit 3 is based on knowledge, representation and reasoning, where we discuss about the reasoning under uncertainty. Okay, so in the uncertainty part, we have the conditional probability, Bayes theorem, Bayesian belief network, and the another thing is the Dempster Sheffer theory. Okay, so this part we already discussed under the uncertainty part. Okay, so another uncertainty condition is a non-monotonic reasoning. Okay, non-monotonic reasoning is a part of a reasoning under uncertainty. Okay, so with this non-monotonic reasoning we will also discuss about the monotonic reasoning and the difference between this monotonic reasoning and the non-monotonic reasoning. So let us discuss here. So first thing is a monotonic reasoning. So monotonic means what? Something that does not vary or change. So this is a monotonic, or we can say that this is a certainty. That means does not vary or change. That is the certainty part. Okay, monotonic reasoning is a certainty part, and non-monotonic means what? Sometimes which carry or which can be vary according to the situation or condition. Okay, so this is a uncertainty. Monotonic is a certainty, they will not change or they will not vary. Non-monotonic is a uncertainty, they can vary according to the situation or the condition. Okay, so here the first thing is a monotonic reasoning. So it is the process that does not change its direction, or can say that it moves in the one direction only. So monotonic reasoning will move in the same direction continuously, means it will either move in increasing order or a decreasing order. So since the monotonic reasoning depends on the knowledge and facts, so it will only increase and will never decreases in this reasoning. Okay, it will always increases. Okay, but if we are talking about the knowledge and facts, so in monotonic reasoning, once the conclusion is taken, so it will remain the same even if we add some other information to the existing information in our knowledge base. So in this monotonic reasoning, we will adding the knowledge does not decreases the set of prepositions that can be derived. So to solve the monotonic reasoning type problems, we can derive the valid conclusion from the available facts only, and it will not be affected by the new facts, because the monotonic is what does not vary or change. Okay, so each and every time if any new facts is added, so we are considering this is a valid conclusion and it will not affected by the another new facts. So monotonic reasoning is not useful for the real-time system, as in the real-time facts get changed. Okay, because if you are talking about any real-time application, so in any real-time application they change according to the scenarios or according to the environments. Okay, so this monotonic reasoning we cannot use for the real-time system, because in the real time the facts get changed, so we cannot use the monotonic reasoning for the real-time systems. So this monotonic reasoning is also used in the conventional reasoning system and some logic based systems. Okay, so there is one example like the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Okay, so this is a fixed, we cannot change this type of statement. Okay, we do not change this type of statement. Okay, so this is a monotonic reasoning. Earth revolves around the sun, so this is another example. This is a true fact, we cannot change these statements. Okay, so this is a monotonic reasoning. So it is a true fact and it cannot be changed even if we add another sentence in the knowledge base. ओके, सो सी हियर, यहाँ पे जो भी मैंने सेंटेंसेस प्रोवाइड किए हैं, यहाँ पे मैं स्टेटमेंट को चेंज नहीं कर सकती. अगर मैंने कोई न्यू वाला नॉलेज इसमें ऐड किया फिर भी मैं इसको चेंज नहीं कर सकती. ये सेंटेंस हमारा एज इट इज़ रहेगा, ये हमारा ट्रू ही सेंटेंस रहेगा. ओके, जैसे कि द मून रिवॉल्व्स अराउंड द अर्थ. सो इसको मैंने चेंज किया, ये सेंटेंस को मैंने चेंज किया, बट इसका मीनिंग चेंज हुआ क्या, नॉलेज इसका चेंज हुआ क्या. सो दिस इज़ अ मोनोटोनिक रीजनिंग. So it is a true fact, and if it cannot be changed even if we add the another sentence in the knowledge base, like the moon revolves around the sun, or around the earth, or the earth is not round, etc. Okay, so this is a monotonic reasoning. So what are the advantages of this monotonic reasoning? So each old proof will always remain valid, and if we deduce some facts from the available facts, then it will remain valid for always. We cannot change the particular statement. Okay, then the disadvantages of monotonic reasonings are, so we cannot represent the real world scenarios using the monotonic reasoning, as I already said. And the hypothesis knowledge can be expressed with the monotonic reasonings, which means the fact should be always true, and we can only derive the conclusions from the old proofs. So the new knowledge from the real world cannot be added. So this is all about the monotonic reasoning. The second thing is a non-monotonic reasoning. So it is a process that changes its direction or values as the knowledge basis increases. So it is also known as a NMR in artificial intelligence. That is a non-monotonic reasoning in artificial intelligence. And this non-monotonic reasoning will increase or decrease based on the conditions. And that non-monotonic reasoning depends on the knowledge and facts, and it will change itself with the improving the knowledge or facts. Okay, so in previous part, that is in the monotonic reasoning, it will not change or it will not vary. So this is called as a certainty. But in the non-monotonic reasoning, if you are having some knowledge or facts, it will change itself with the improving the knowledge or facts. So this is the uncertainty. Okay, so we can say that the non-monotonic reasoning is deal with the incomplete and uncertain models. So the examples like the human perceptions for the various things in daily life. Okay, so day by day the human perceptions are changes. Okay, the human perception and thinking power and knowledge is changing daily life. Okay, so this is a general example of non-monotonic reasoning. And then another example is, consider the bowl of water. If we put it on the stove and turn the flame on it, will obviously boil hot, and as well as we will turn off the flame, it will cool down gradually. Okay, so this type of examples is a part of a non-monotonic reasoning. Okay, consider a bowl of water. First, if we are put it on the stove and turn the flame on, so the water becomes the hot, and if we turn off the flame, so it will water cool down. Okay, so this is non-monotonic. This will change or vary continuously. So this is a example of a non-monotonic reasoning. So there is another example. Let us suppose the knowledge base contains the following knowledge. So bird can fly, penguins cannot fly, and PT is a bird. So from these three sentences, we can conclude that PT can fly. Okay, bird can fly. Okay, and PT is a bird. So we can easily say that the PT can fly. So if we add another sentence into the knowledge base, like PT is a penguin, so which concludes the PT cannot fly. Okay, if I am adding another statement like PT is a penguin, so the statement becomes what here? PT cannot fly. So it is invalidate the above conclusion. Okay, so depending on the knowledge and depending on the facts, our sentence become changed, the conclusion become changed. So this is a non-monotonic reasoning. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of this non-monotonic reasoning? So in the non-monotonic reasoning, the advantages is for real world systems such as robots or navigations, we can use the non-monotonic reasoning, and we can choose the probabilistic facts or can make the assumptions. Okay, so these are the advantages of this non-monotonic reasoning. And what are the disadvantages here? So in non-monotonic reasoning, the old facts may be invalidated by adding the new sentences. Okay, old facts are invalidated by adding the new facts or new sentences. And the another disadvantage is it cannot be used for theorem proving. Okay, because day by day the conclusion become change. Day by day, if the new sentences are added, so the statement become change. Okay, so this is the disadvantages of non-monotonic reasoning, that is, it cannot be used for the theorem proving. So in the non-monotonic reasoning, it is a definite clauses logic is a monotonic in the sense that anything that could be concluded before the clauses is added and can still be concluded after it is added. And adding a knowledge does not reduce the set of propositions that can be derived. So the logic is a non-monotonic if some conclusion can be invalidated by adding the more knowledge, and the logic of definite clauses with the negation as a failure is a non-monotonic. So this non-monotonic reasoning is useful for the representing the defaults. So the default is a rule that can be used unless if overridden by an exception. For example, to say that B is normally true, and if C is true, a knowledge-based designer can write a rule of the form. That means B is true, and if the C is true, then the knowledge is prove that the end of negation of A, B divided by A, B base A. Okay. So where A, B base A is an atom, that means abnormal with respect to the some aspect of A, and the given C, the agent can infer the B unless it tells the A, B base A. So adding the A, B base A to the knowledge base can prevent the conclusion of B. So rules that implies the A, B base A can be used to prevent the default under the condition of the body of the rules. So here the default means what? It is a rule that can be used unless it overridden by an exception. Okay. So see here, there is an example. Suppose the purchasing agent is investigating the purchasing holidays. So the resort may be adjacent to beach or away from a beach. Okay. So this is not a symmetric. So if the resort was adjacent to a beach, the knowledge provider would specify this. So it is reasonable to have the clause like away from beach implies that negation of on beach. Okay. So the resort may adjacent to the beach or away from a beach. So this clause enables an agent to infer that the resort is away from the beach if the agent is not told it is adjacent to a beach. So in the cooperative system, it tries to not mislead. So if we are told the resort is on the beach, so we would expect that the resort users would have the access to the beach. Okay. So resort, if we are considering the resort is on the beach, okay, resort is on the beach, we would expect that the resort will, फर्स्ट टाइम हमने क्या किया था कि हमें चेक करना है कि रिसोर्ट बीच पे है या नहीं है या फिर अवे फ्रॉम बीच है. तो यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया है, ऑन बीच, अवे फ्रॉम बीच. सो आफ्टर कोऑपरेटिव सिस्टम ट्राइज टू नॉट मिसलीड इफ वी आर नॉट टोल्ड द रिसोर्ट इज ऑन द बीच. So we would expect that the resort users would have the access to beach. ओके, इजीली वो resort के ऊपर अगर हमारा बीच है तो हम इजीली बीच को एक्सेस कर सकते हैं, access to the beach. Okay, so if they have the access to the beach, so we would expect them to be able to swim at the beach. Okay, अगर हमें बीच का access है तो हम swim at a beach. So we would expect the following defaulted. So we will expect it these following defaults. Okay, for the AB beach access and for the AB swim at beach. So this cooperative system would tell us if the resort on the beach has a no beach access or if there is a no swimming. Okay, so here we are, first is what swim at beach, we get the AB swim at beach. Okay, if we say that the resort is not on a beach axis and if there is no swimming, we would also specify that if there is an enclosed bay and a big city, then there is no swimming. Okay, there is a no swimming near city. Okay, so we would say that in the British Columbia is abnormal with respect to the swimming near cities. That means British Columbia is an abnormal with respect to the swimming near cities. Okay, in BC's AB and O swimming near cities. Okay, so this is a non-monotonic reasoning by using the definite clauses. Okay, so this is called as a definite clauses. So next thing is the difference between the monotonic reasoning and the non-monotonic reasoning. So in the monotonic reasoning, it is the process which does not change its direction, or can say that it moves in the one direction. In non-monotonic reasoning, it will change its direction or value as the knowledge base increases. The second thing is the monotonic reasoning deals with very specific type of model which has a valid proof, and non-monotonic reasoning deals with the incomplete or a not known fact. In the monotonic reasoning, the addition in the knowledge won't change the result. See here, we already discussed one example. अगर मैंने यहाँ पे कोई न्यू सेंटेंस को ऐड किया है फिर भी हमारा यहाँ पे चेंज नहीं होगा. द अर्थ रिवॉल्व्स अराउंड द सन. दिस स्टेटमेंट इज if I am adding here the sentence like the earth revolves around the sun. Okay, so this is our first statement. If I am saying the earth is not round or the moon revolves around the earth, so ये statement के ऊपर कोई भी effect नहीं हो रहा है. So we can say that adding the new knowledge won't be changed. The addition in the will invalidate the previous knowledge and change the result. Okay, so हमने कौन सा example देखा था? Blood can fly, penguin cannot fly, and PT is a bird. So by using these three statements, we can easily say that the PT can fly because bird can fly and PT is a bird. So we can say that the PT can fly. But if I am adding the new statement like the penguin, the PT is a penguin. Okay, if I am adding the PT is a penguin, so we cannot say that the PT can fly. Okay, so ये दो स्टेटमेंट्स हमने क्या किया था? PT can fly, ये हमने फाइंड आउट किया था. बट इफ आई एम adding one sentence, if I am adding the fourth number of sentence, that is PT is a penguin, so we cannot say that the PT can fly because penguin cannot fly. So this is a non-monotonic reasoning. That means the addition knowledge will invalidate the previous conclusion and change the result. change the result. And fourth is in monotonic reasoning, results are always true, therefore set of propositions will only increases. The non-monotonic result and set of propositions will increases and decreases based on the condition of added knowledge. The fifth one is a monotonic reasoning is based on the true facts. Non-monotonic reasoning based on the assumptions. Deductive reasoning is a type of monotonic reasoning. Abductive reasoning and human reasoning is a non-monotonic type of reasoning. So traditional, the knowledge representation technologies like proposition logic, predicate logic, first order logic, propositional can be accommodate the real world changing situation. And in the non-monotonic reasoning systems like the TMS, okay, so like the TMS, that is the truth maintenance system, allow the revision in the belief and accommodate the real world changing situations. Okay, so this is the difference between the monotonic and the non-monotonic reasoning. So in the next lecture we discuss about this TMS, that is the truth maintenance system. Thank you.